Hey guys, welcome back to the kitchen. So today I'm going to be making some eggplant rollatini, and I'm making this because my friend Jessica, hi Jessie, she wanted me to make this a while ago. So this is for you, sister. All right, so we are going to get started with all the ingredients and move on in. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to show you all the ingredients. This morning I did make, well, not this morning, a little while ago I made a little bit of marinara. All right, so that's just to use. You can use frozen stuff or whatever, but I wouldn't use a meat sauce in this. I would just use some nice light marinara, okay? Now, what you do is to prepare your eggplant. You're gonna slice it really thin, okay? You want it as thin as you can get it so that you can roll it after you fry it. Now, what you do with the eggplant is you cut it thin, you put it on paper towels or in a colander, and you put salt on it, and you let it sit for like a half an hour, and that water's gonna come out of it. And then just pat it dry with paper towels, and you're ready to roll. All right, so I did that already. Now I have over here a couple of eggs that I'm gonna scramble up with. I'm gonna add some pepper and a little bit of the grated cheese into the egg mixture. I have seasoned breadcrumbs, always use seasoned breadcrumbs. Now, then over here I have some whole milk ricotta, okay? To this, I'm gonna add 1 egg, some fresh mozzarella that I cut up. You can make it a little smaller if you don't want it like that, or you could use the bag stuff. And this is just some fresh basil. If you don't want to use basil, you can use parsley, all right? And to this, you can also add the grated cheese also, okay? So that's all you really need. And I'm gonna show you what to do next. All right, so for your eggs, you're gonna just put a little bit of pepper. I would not add salt because the cheese has a lot of salt in it. So just add a little bit of pepper and just a little bit of the grated cheese, just for the flavor. Save the rest for your ricotta and mozzarella, all right? And you're just gonna whisk this. And once you get this whisked, we're gonna take the breadcrumbs, the eggplant, and the egg mixture over to the stove. Get a pan ready with some olive oil, and we'll fry them up. All right, guys, so I have my pan ready to roll. I have my eggplant, the eggs, and the breadcrumbs, okay? Now, you wanna put this on like a medium heat, maybe like a 6 or a 7, okay? You're gonna put some olive oil in here. You could use vegetable oil, but olive oil will just taste better anyway. Not too much, but enough that you can coat the bottom of the pan, all right? Now, you're gonna take a slice of your eggplant. Make sure your hands are clean. In the egg mixture, in the breadcrumbs. Make sure you coat this pretty good because you want to get a nice sealed coating on that, okay? You can take the skin off if you like. I like to leave it on a little bit. Depends on what you're making. And then to this, you're going to shake off the excess. Drop it into the oil. Okay, get the next piece going. And same thing, just egg, breadcrumb, real quick. You're going to get this in. You're going to get these browned about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Have a lined dish with a lined paper towel dish ready to come out, you know, when they come out, so you can get them on there so they can drain. You can probably do like 2 or 3 on each pan, all right? So again, I'm going to go wash my hands, get my dish ready, and I'll show you what it looks like when they're browned, and then we'll just fry up everything. So this is what it should look like. That was about 2 minutes, okay? Now you can let the other side go for about 2 more minutes till it's about that size, crispiness, whatever you call it. And then you're going to put them on a paper towel lined dish so that the oil drains off of them and they cool down so you'll be able to handle them as you roll them, okay? So I'm going to do these, and I'm going to also come back and show you what to do with your mixture to stuff them. All right, guys, I have them frying on the stove. That's the biggest process. Now, if you don't want to fry them, you could actually just put them in the oven with a little olive oil, no breading, and you can make them a little healthier, but you know how I roll. The unhealthier the better, right? Tastes better. Anyway, so while these are cooking, what you want to do is you want to get about 2 cups of whole milk ricotta here, okay? To this, you're going to add an egg. Okay, get that mixed up. And then you're going to add in about a ½ cup of grated cheese, okay? You could use Parmigiano Reggiano. I use Locatelli in this one. And get this all combined into two. Now, to this, you're just going to add in some fresh basil, or I said you could use parsley if you don't want the basil, and some fresh mozzarella. Cut it as small as you can because you want that to be able to go into the piece of eggplant and be able to roll it up. You don't want to have any too big of chunks in there, you know? And that's it. That's really the filling. You can add a little salt and pepper if you want, but that's about it. So we're going to keep this to the side, and I'm going to go keep frying the rest of the eggplant. And when it's done, I'll show you how to roll it, stick it in the oven, and we're good to go. All right, guys, so I have all of them fried, and I'm letting them cool down. You want to let it cool a little bit because you have to be able to touch it, right? Wash your hands. Now, what I did was I took a little tray. You can use disposable if you want to get rid of it. I put just a little bit of the gravy on the bottom, all right, the sauce, because my kids don't really like a lot of sauce. So now I'm going to show you what to do. It's very simple. Now what you do is you take your mozzarella mixture, which is the egg, mozzarella, grated cheese, and basil, okay? And you're going to stick it a little bit, like that. What you want to do is kind of coat the little bit of, on the whole thing, okay? Get it nice and coated. And to this now, you're going to roll it up. Actually, you're going to start at the other side, sorry. Start at the skinnier side, okay? So it ends at the fat side. Here's what you do. And you're going to put it down in the pan, seam side down, okay? Like that. There you go. Now, let me roll another one for you. And then you can see what I'm doing. And I'll get them all rolled up. Now again, there's chunks of mozzarella in here. When you do that, it's going to melt. Okay, so you want to lay this out. And you're going to roll. And put them in seam side down so it doesn't open up, okay? All right, so I'm going to get a bunch of them made in the tray right now. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees, and I'll show you what you do before you put them in the oven. Okay, so I just rolled up about 9 of them. You can do more in this pan or do a lot more of the other ones, but my kids don't really like the sauce, so I'm going to just do a small tray with that. Now, what you want to do with this is just put a little bit of the sauce on top of each one, okay? A little tiny bit, just for the flavor. You don't want it drenched in sauce. You really want to taste the eggplant and the filling. That's the whole point. Now to this, you want to put maybe a little bit more grated cheese. You can put a little more fresh basil on top if you want. But I'm going to just throw a little bit of grated cheese. And I'm going to pop this right in the oven for about maybe 15 minutes. That's about it. All right? I'm going to go wash my hands before I throw it in. But this is it. So I'm going to throw it in the oven, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, guys, so it is out of the oven. I put it in the oven for about maybe 15, 20 minutes. What you want to do is you want to get all that cheese nice and melted in there. That's the point, because you really cooked the eggplant already, right? So I pulled a piece out over here so we can try it. And it's pretty hot, so I'm going to cut it in half. Let you see the inside. See, look. See, the mozzarella is nice and gooey. All right. And here we go. Oh, sorry, that's my dog. Okay, so you can see all the cheese is melted and it looks good. So let's take a taste and see what it tastes like. Good. Always good. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel.
Sure. I can search by dictionary ingredients.
That's Alexa talking. Nothing, Alexa. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.
For nothing. I recommend do nothing to